Hello everyone. My name is Brandy and I am a brand ambassador for Dixie Belle Paint Company. And I am the owner and artisan behind Brushed by Brandy. If you guys don't already, I hope you'll go over and follow my page. It's telling me I'm live right now. So you guys might notice something a little bit different tonight. Pop on and let me know you can see me and hear me okay. I'm here by myself. And I'm on an hour earlier than usual. And the reason for that is because this week and next we are celebrating the release. Hi Malia, yay! We are celebrating the release of the new Dixie Belle paint products. So the line just got a collection of 5 metallics. Hi Amy, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Amy and Malia, you guys are other Dixie Belle brand ambassadors. So this weekend next we're celebrating the release of the 5 metallic colors to the Dixie Belle paint line. And I've got them here with me tonight, and we're going to use them. So one of them is Gold Digger, and it's this rich gold color. If you guys haven't seen these yet, they're amazing, and I'm excited to do what we're going to do tonight with them. This one here, this is one we're going to use. This is called Steel Magnolia, and I love this color. It's like a rich champagne color. So you guys, like I was saying, I'm here by myself tonight. Usually my husband Sean is on with me, but he is off being a functional adult today. He's still at work, and because I'm on an hour early, he's not home yet. So we're gonna make do without Sean tonight. The work of my tripod will actually be done by a tripod tonight. So anybody who watches for Sean, I'm gonna give you a second to like pop off, and then I'll thank the 3 people that are left that come to watch me. So another one of the new Moonshine Metallics is this Wedding Bell, and it's this, it's like a, I don't know, like an ivory. It's really pretty on. It looks a little more yellowy in the container, but on it's like a really pretty warm ivory. Rosé. Rosé is a pink champagne color. On a video that Dixie Belle did for us, they mixed the rosé and this Gold Digger together and made a really, really, really pretty rose gold color. Hi everyone, hey. So that was a great mix. That's one I'd like to try. But tonight we're gonna be mixing, but we're not mixing the rose gold color. We're actually gonna mix we're gonna tint our metallics with some of the regular Dixie Belle paints. So I'm going to be using tonight Gold Digger. I'm going to be using, oh, I forgot Silver Bullet, which is a silver. And I'm going to be using, put the lid on this before I spill it. Andy's Cheers. Hi, guys. You guys were just live this morning. Yeah, oh, yeah, go get a bowl of ice cream. Get me one, too. I just shoved in a peanut butter sandwich before coming on here. And then I'm going to be using Steel Magnolia. So these are the 3 metallics I'm going to be using. You can kind of see the direction I'm going. And I'm going to tint them and mix them, and the piece I'm working on is this really cool mid-century cabinet. So it's very asymmetrical, it's very modern. It is like the quintessential mid-century cabinet with the asymmetrical look. This opens up here. If I would have brought a screwdriver, I could open that. But it half opens on one side. This is one door, and then these 2 are one door. So it's just a really cool modern piece. Yes, these colors are gorgeous. And I've already kind of been playing around down here on this bottom drawer with what I'm going for. So I'm going to keep going. We're just going to paint tonight. So what I have out is I have out 5 million Dixie Belle brushes. And can you guys guess which Dixie Belle brushes I'm going to use? The 2 that I always use. I have out my oval medium, which I think is going to be the primary brush I use tonight. And then I have out, of course, the mini. So the oval medium and the mini, like, give me those 2 brushes and I'm a happy girl. That's like everything I need in life right there. Okay, so we're working down here. And the first thing I wanted to show you is you can take these Moonshine Metallics and you can tint these with your regular Dixie Belle colors. So say if I wanted to take this Silver Bullet and I want to make like more of a carbon color. So instead of this, you know, really light colored silver, if you wanted to make a you know, a dark steel. So what I will do is you can mix these, you can tint them with the regular Dixie Belle paint colors. So I'm going to pour a little bit of my Silver Bullet into this container right here. Let me grab a spoon really quick, guys, because I'm going to do some mixing. I need to do some stirring. Set a towel on top of my spoons, and then I can't find it. Okay. You know what? I'm going to shut my garage door so I can better light too. Okay, I think that lighting is better. I think you guys can see better. What size is your oval medium? So oval medium is the, that's the name of the brush. The brushes all are labeled right here. So the OM means oval medium. And I don't have one out right now, but the oval also comes in a small. The mini, let's see if all my handles are covered in paint, but they're all labeled on the handle with what type of brush they are. So this is the regular mini, this is the mini angle. I mean, mine are well used, you guys. This is all I use. So, yes, thank you, Dixie Belle. You can go online and find a retailer near you on their website. The retailers are starting to get the metallics in stock. They're with the premier retailers now. The base colors that I use, you'll see this drawer up here. I just needed to lay a base on. So I started out with Dixie Belle Driftwood, and I thought, oh, that's lighter than I want to go. I really want this piece to be moody and dark and a little bit stormy. I needed a darker base. So I left this because I am going to use a little bit of light, and then I changed my base coat to Gravel Road. So if the whole thing was Gravel Road, I would be happy. And this base coat, you're barely going to see it. So this base coat could be Caviar, it could be Hurricane Gray, it could be, you know, if you've got something on hand that's similar, but this is, I'm going for this dark, moody direction, and then you can see how the metallics start shimmering on top of that. Hi, Carolyn. Okay, so we poured this little bit of the silver bullet in this container here. When you're mixing paint, you guys, it does not take a lot to tint a color. So I'm going to take my Dixie Belle Caviar, and I'm literally going to take not even a teaspoon. I will start out really small when I'm mixing paint. So I'm just going to take, I mean, this is a tiny bit of paint, and it's going to tint this paint really, really quickly. So I don't lose the metallic sheen of it. I just get to a darker tone. You don't want to get, if you start adding too much of the Caviar, you're going to get dominant in the Caviar. You're going to lose some of your metallic sheen. So I just mixed. You guys can see where the true silver bullet was up in the corner, and I just mixed it into this, I mean, this really cool, like, brushed steel color. And I'm going to use this on my piece. I'm going to mix a couple different colors here. So, but you can see how easy that was to just tint these colors a little bit, and I didn't lose any of that metallic sheen in it. You can see how it catches the light right there. That I've still got the metallic, but I'm darker than the silver bullet. So how cool is that? Yeah, Sheila, I'm doing metallics. Sheila, tonight is all about you. You guys, Sheila is one of our loyal watchers, and she always gives me a hard time because I don't do metallics. Well, I was waiting for the new Dixie Belle metallics to come out, so tonight I'm going to do metallics. So not only can you tint the Dixie Belle metallics with the regular paint, you can also mix them together with each other. So one mix that I wanted to make is I wanted to make kind of a, I don't know, a little bit of a champagne gold color. I want to lighten this gold up a little bit and make it more of a champagne-y color. I love you too. So I'm going to take, again, a little bit of my silver bullet, and I'm just using plastic dishes I get from the dollar store. I use these for mixing all the time. And then another tip is what I do is I will take my Dixie Belle paint containers, the 8-ounce containers, and I rinse them out after I'm done with the paint. And I will store any mixed colors that I have left over in these containers. I take the labels off so I know that it's a mixed color. And let's see, so I have a notification I need to get off my screen. Hang on. It's blocking the comments for me. Okay. So if you like that tint, how can you make more of it? So the ideal way, and I'm really bad about this, is the ideal way is you measure how much you use of each color if you want to get it exact. I eyeball my mixes every single time, and if I need to remix it, I eyeball the remix. It's not a great practice if you want to, if you make a color you like, you end up having to guesstimate again later. I got some on the side of my container. So ideally, if you want to try to get a mix that you like, you can use, what works good are the little medical syringes that you get with your kids' medicine. You know, they're just disposable ones. You can even go to the pharmacy and grab one. Okay, go play tap out then. You can come out here and be with me. Okay, so I have my silver bullet here in the container, and then I'm going to take my gold digger and I'm going to just pour a little bit of this in. So like I said, I eyeball these until I get the color I want. So I will start off with a small amount when I'm tinting a color. I'll start off with a small amount, and then I can always come back and add more. So if I want this to be more gold, I can come back and add more of the gold. And then I just use, man, see, this is when I miss Sean. He is my right-hand man, I'll tell you. He helps me out a lot. So then I will just take, I just use these kitchen spatulas. This one has a tiny bit of the caviar on it, but I can't find the other one I got. I will just take one of these little kitchen spatulas and stir these together. Ooh, this is really pretty. It's almost the color of the steel magnolia, so I'll probably add a little bit more gold to this. That gold and silver together made this really pretty, like champagne color. I'm going to make it a little more gold.
Did you say Logan is able to play Xbox?
Yes.
Give me an old one.
Yeah. Okay. So I've got a couple of mixed colors here. I'm mixing two of the metallics. You can mix the metallics together. They are super shiny. So I'm going to start off, this is my first coat of metallics tonight, but by the time I'm done, I'll have 2 coats of metallics on here and you guys will really see it. So we just mixed 2 of the metallics together to get this. This is the gold and the silver mixed together. And I could still continue to add a little more gold to that to compare. Let me show you guys it next to the steel magnolia. It is more gold than that. Can you guys see the difference? So this is the color I just mixed in the container next to steel magnolia. So this is a little bit darker, deeper color. And then we also mixed a bit of caviar into the silver bullet. So this is silver bullet with nothing, and then you can see it next to with a little bit of the caviar. And I could keep going darker on this one if I wanted to also. So I just wanted to show you guys that because I'm going to use a full range of metallic. Dixie Belle Gravel Road, and I'm taking my Dixie Belle Oval Medium brush. And I'm going to go back and forth between metallics and some of the regular colors. I'm basically going to be mixing them on my piece. Yeah, I don't measure. I don't measure. It's a bad habit and it's frustrating sometimes, but I never measure anything and I mix a lot of colors. So you have to be pretty good at eyeballing because I can come back and remix it. I guess that's why I feel okay doing it, is because I know I can always come back and remix it. So I'm going to come back and start on this drawer that I already did a little bit on. I'm using Dixie Belle Caviar. And that's because I picture this piece is going to be really kind of dark down here. It's going to be, you know, very asymmetrical. It'll be dark coming up the side. Here we'll have some more of the silver and the gold. And I'm going to kind of frame out the drawers a little bit. So that's the plan. It's a very rough concept at this point. Get closer to this side. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my Dixie Belle Oval Medium brush and I'm using like a swirling motion. Virginia, you're getting the metallics on Friday. Virginia, are you guys Premier or are you guys, so you guys must be just a regular Dixie Belle retailer. I'm asking just so I can help people know when you guys are going to have them in stock. So you guys, some of the premier retailers already have these on hand. Everyone else is getting them this week. And then they'll be on the website as of the 24th. So you guys will be able to get your hot little hands on all these 5 metallic colors that are new to the Dixie Belle line. So I came in here with some caviar. You can see where that's darkened. And then I'm going to come back with my silver bullet. Swirl it, chica. That's what I'm doing. This is a good arm workout too. And as I'm switching between colors, so right now I want my caviar and my silver bullet to mix. So I'm going to just tip my same brush in the silver bullet. These metallics are nice and strong. So you get a lot of shine out of them. And I'm just swirling it in and I'm brushing it into that the same places I put caviar and coming out a little bit more. I'm keeping it wet. It's warm here in California today, so my paint is drying quickly and I want to keep it moving. So part of the reason I'm doing the swirls is you guys will notice metallics are so pretty because they catch the light. Why the swirl? That's what I'm going to explain. Metallics catch the light. So wherever your brush strokes are, the metallic is going to catch the light and it's going to point the light in that direction. So if you have brush strokes, you're going to see them even more. So I'm using my brush strokes to my advantage right now. You can get a really smooth coat with the Dixie Belle metallics, but I want these brush strokes. I want it to look like a brushed metal. Does that make sense? So I'm going to take advantage of using brush strokes to give it that look. I don't want like a clean, smooth, metallic look. So yeah, it just kind of has a brushed metal look. So now I'm going to come in with a little bit of the Steel Magnolia. You guys will notice on this gray background, the Steel Magnolia gets a little drowned out. You don't see the warmness of it. So down here where I brushed caviar in with the silver bullet, when I start bringing in my Steel Magnolia, I'm going to warm it up with some chocolate. Yeah, so that's why the metallics are so beautiful, because they catch the light and they'll reflect it off whatever direction it's going. So this is going to have it going in every different direction. So wherever you look at it from the room, you're going to see the reflection off the metallics. You're going to see those, you know, the brush strokes of it. So I've been using a lot of water. I'm going to hit this with I have a clean brush out, and I'm going to hit it with a little bit of my Dixie Belle chocolate. The chocolate again is just because I don't want the Steel Magnolia to turn gray against the gray background. I really want to keep the warmth of it. And this could be, the chocolate could be sandbar, it could be burlap. You know, there's any number of colors that could achieve this same look that I'm going for. But I'm really just kind of mixing it onto my piece. And then I'm going to brush that into where I already have the silver, keeping that wet. These metallics are all water-based paints too. I'll bring you guys in here. Yes, the swirling is a really cool paint technique, even if you're using non-metallic colors. So I like this look for any of the Dixie Belle paint colors. It really gives, you know, just swirling the colors together. It's another blending technique, really. So I've got this little spot down here where it's a little bit chocolatier. This part is really silver. Over here you really see the just the Steel Magnolia. This is just my first coat. I'm going to do 2 coats of this exactly the same. How wet is your brush? My brush is totally dry. It looks like a stormy sky. It does. In fact, this would be really pretty with stormy seas, huh? Silver bullet and stormy seas, and maybe some Steel Magnolia with stormy seas. So pretty. You're trying to paint while you watch me. I'm trying to paint while I watch me too. So this is just my first coat, you guys, of the metallic. I'm going to do 2 coats of the metallic because I really want to get rid of this base coat and I really want to see the shimmer of my metallics on here. So this is where having this lighter background is going to really come in handy. You guys can see as I come up here onto the lighter background, this is Steel Magnolia also. But it just looks completely different on a lighter background. I thought this metallic look was, you know, mid-century modern was a time of bold colors, but it was also the time of, you know, the Sputnik chandeliers and space exploration. And so I thought the metallics would be really pretty on this mid-century piece. You always recommend a damp brush. You know, if I'm doing like straight brush strokes, but I wanted my brush a little bit firmer, and I want brush strokes on this look. So, so my brush is dry. But yes, if you want like a smooth, beautiful metallic finish, this is the color that I mixed the silver and the gold together. The Gold Digger and Silver Bullet together. So I'm going to brush that into the Steel Magnolia. So it's really like the gold and silver kind of colors together. And then you can also see how they show up differently on a light background versus a dark background. That's really beautiful on the background of that driftwood. So that was the silver and gold together. I can come in here with a little bit of the gold. Because I feel like I want, you know, down here will be really in the silver family, and then it's warming up in the middle kind of, and then it's going to be really warm in the gold family up here. Does that make sense, guys, or do I just sound crazy right now? Keeping this wet so I can keep swirling these colors together. Like I was saying, these are the metallics are water-based too, so they're very friendly to water, just like the regular Dixie Belle paints are. So I can use water to keep them moving. So let's carry my caviar up here a little bit, and then I'm going to start working it into the gold. So I'm going to spray this. I'm going to come back. I have two brushes going right now. I have one that's going with my silvers, and then one that's kind of going with my golds. So you can see I still am going to need to come back with a second coat on this to really, I mean, that's going to really firm up that metallic shimmer that I want. But this gives me a great base. And if I'm doing my next coat and it's not exactly where these blended lines are, you know, one color carries more, that's okay, because you're going to see the colors underneath it. It's going to give it more depth. It will give it more depth. So I'm not at all worried about trying to make sure that my second coat matches my first exactly. So I'm really kind of using the caviar on my piece to just, I'm blending the paint on my piece just like we did in the bowl, only now I'm doing it on the face of my piece itself. This is Steel Magnolia, because I'm transitioning from those cool metallic into this warm metallic. I think the Steel Magnolia is a little bit warm. It's got more brown champagne color undertones versus a silver. How do I think of this? Because my brain never stops and I don't sleep at all. I've had a couple customers this week ask me. I usually respond to my messages at like 2 a.m. and that's just because my kids are in bed and it's quiet in my house and I have time. And they're like, were you really up at 2 a.m. or how did I get this message? I'm like, yep. That's how I roll. I am looking into getting a virtual assistant though, you guys. It's getting a little overwhelming. Are these like the Modern Masters? I think these have a little bit more shimmer than the Modern Masters do. The Modern Masters are a little bit more opaque. So these just have a really light, airy, shimmery feel, which is great for layering. So that's really pretty over here. You can see this is going to be amplified when I do my next coat. Is going to have these stormy looking corners, and so I did that. This is the caviar. I'm putting a little bit of the metallic over the caviar because I don't just want to have the flat black anywhere. And then it goes into Steel Magnolia, and over here it's all the way into my Gold Digger. So as I move across my piece, now I will move across with the Gold Digger. Oh, that's so pretty. So pretty. You guys, after this, I'm going to go live on, I'm going to come down here and work now. Let me get this over here so you can see it better. I'm going to go live on the Redesign with Prima page. I have another piece going at the same time. I'm early today. I'm early today because there's going to be someone live after me. Dixie Belle's on. Maybe they can tell me who's on the schedule after me because I don't know who it is today. But all the Dixie Belle retailers are painting with us this week and next, and we're celebrating the release of all the new Dixie Belle paint products. So these 5 metallics, I'm using 3 of them tonight. There's also a hemp oil, How Do You Do hemp oil, which I have right here, which I love. I conditioned some drawers with it, and they came out beautifully. Wood loves hemp oil. So this is the How Do You Do hemp oil. It's a liquid product. You can also use this over your paint to lightly seal your paint if you want. This has no scent to it. It's an awesome product. So that's one of the new products. And then Big Mama's Butter. You have to say it like that too, butter. Big Mama's Butter is a furniture conditioner, and that's a scented one. It is incredible, you guys. It's so, so, so nice. I like that for inside of drawers and, you know, parts of the wood that you just want to condition, not paint. So the butter is going to be an awesome addition to the line. So you guys have Dixie Belle retailers coming on after me. You won't have to highlight or shadow after using these colors. You don't. I could do, you know, like the darker around the edges here. Maybe I'll just do a sample door because I'm going to do another coat anyways. What does the Big Mama Butter do? So butter is like a creamy consistency. It's the consistency of butter. It's the consistency of butter. I don't have any on hand. You guys want to see it? Hang on. Oh, I do have one. I love when I'm accidentally prepared. So this is the butter. This is called Orange Grove. It smells like orange. It's so rich. So it is the consistency of butter. So it's not a liquid like the hemp oil. Oh, but you, sorry about that, I paused. Me and Kristana live. You guys, me and Kristana are going to be together in August. Oh, I'm sorry, September. I said August. September 28th and 29th, Kristana and I get to meet each other for the very first time. We talk every day, you guys. But I'm going to meet Kristana in person for the first time in September. We are teaching at a conference together. The Dixie Belle and Redesign with Prima have partnered up to put on a conference in Southern California. I'm teaching a class there. Kristana's teaching a class there. You get to see us live in person. The tickets are still for sale, you guys, and the early bird special is ending soon. So if you haven't already, there's one thing I can tell you about this conference in Southern California. It's going to be a blast. I think it's going to be one of those things that just feeds your soul and your passion for painting, because you're going to get to do it with people that love it as much as you and be surrounded by other painters. And then, I mean, me and Kristana, like, there's all the reason you need. So I'm excited to meet her. So that's the butter versus the How Do You Do hemp oil. These two can kind of be used, you know, interchangeably a lot, but these have scents to them. There's also an unscented version, and then this is a cream versus a liquid. So just really great options for moisturizing wood, for conditioning, you know, adding scent to your drawers so they just open and you have that nice little pop of scent in there. But yes, I hope me and Kristana can go live from Southern California together. That would be fun. She's just one of those people that, like, we instantly connected and have had this friendship for, I mean, we did that live. Do you guys remember our live together? It's been over a year now. Feels like forever, but we did a live ketchup and mustard we did. Where I dared her to paint yellow, or to paint red, and she dared me to paint yellow. It ended up being one of my favorite pieces I've done. It's in the entryway of my own house. I look at it every day. And after that, I don't know, we were bonded for life. So I'm going to, oh, I told you guys I would kind of try to frame out this drawer. So let's try to do that. This is just my base coat, you guys, so I'll test this out and then I can change it on my next coat. So I'm going to come in with this caviar so I can get the frame of this door. So I keep saying drawer. Nice and dark. And I'll get off after this and And if you guys head over to the Redesign with Prima page, you're gonna have more painters here on the Dixie Belle page. I'm gonna go live on the Redesign with Prima page after this. So no matter what, you guys get more paint tonight. And then next week I'll also be on an hour earlier at the same time and without Sean. I'll let Sean know you guys miss him though. And then after the 20th, I'll be back at my regular time, which is 9 p.m. Eastern. So I kind of framed out this door right here in a very rough frame. Now let's come back with the steel magnolia, keeping it wet so I can work these colors together. This is a beautiful blend right here. I actually really like it, this look too. It's shimmery, but I kind of framed out my door there in this, you know, moody, stormy. That's really pretty. That's an example of what it might look like too. I really am kind of using the paint for my shadowing around the edges, and then I'm using the swirling to just give it a, you know, kind of uneven blended look. And then let's say I hit the center with just a little bit of the gold digger, just to warm it up a little bit. That's pretty too. So this is just a test door. I don't think I'm going to frame them out because I want my pattern going here, but this is a really pretty look. You know, and I know the camera doesn't even do it justice because you guys can't get the full effect of what the metallics look like in person. Let me bring this in. But if this was the look of my whole piece, it would be beautiful. This is the steel magnolia again. I think I like the steel magnolia a little bit better in the center than the gold. Yeah, and then just that little bit of caviar with the silver frames out the outside of it and keeps that nice and dark. So that's beautiful. It's a little bit metallic, but those swirls, I mean, it's got texture to it too. So yeah, that's definitely an option where you can use these for shading, and then mixed in with the regular Dixie Belle colors gives it that little bit of depth. So I'm going to keep working across the front of this piece. I will let you guys go so you guys can catch the Dixie Belle retailers on live after me. This is not a piece we're going to do start to finish. I'm going to go ahead and finish this piece out because I need to get a piece done in the metallic. I haven't done one yet, you guys. This is my first piece in the Dixie Belle metallics. And I'm excited about it. And it's really hard to wait like a month to finish a piece. So I'm going to finish this one up. Just doing the same look we did tonight. I will do a second coat and the same finish. And then you guys will see when I post pictures of this in the sunlight, in the daylight, you guys will really see the impact of these colors. I know, I'm just... So this is the chocolate and the steel magnolia again. I'm working that into down here where I have the caviar. Work the caviar up into that a little bit. So it'll work into my warm colors as I go across. This is the silver and the gold mixed together. This would be really pretty just on a piece by itself. Oh, I got a little hair in there. I just want that little bit of gold shimmer kind of up here in this one corner. So anyway, that is one technique you can do with these metallics. Gives you a little bit of texture. Using the brush strokes, the nice soft Dixie Belle brushes, give it a little bit of shimmer. And yeah, and then mixing the metallics together and mixing the metallics with your Dixie Belle paint colors also. So I'm going to get off. I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to go get another piece ready and go live on the Redesign with Prima page in about 20 minutes. So thank you guys for watching tonight without Sean. I miss him too. And I will be back same time next week at 8 p.m. Eastern on the Dixie Belle page. My name again is Brandy. I'm with Brushed by Brandy. You guys go to the DixieBellePaint.com website if you want to find a retailer where you can get any of these paints here that I've used tonight. Even if they don't have the metallics in stock just yet, they will be getting them next week. Everybody will have them next week. So find a retailer and get your hands on these. They're brand new and spectacular. So thank you guys so much. Have a good night.